So let's start. Welcome to everyone. Thanks for joining this session hosted by AAEON. This session is about, as you can read, the industrial IoT networks based on the LoRaWAN technology. Today, I'm happy because I'm not alone on the stage. I have with me Francisco from Microsoft, because today we want to share with you the implementation that we did, merging our edge industrial IoT gateways with a LoRaWAN full stack that Microsoft developed and made available open source. Let's see, a few words. You know who Microsoft is, so let's explain who is AAEON. We are the industrial IoT company of ASUS. We are doing industrial PC since 25 years. We have a strong presence in Europe. We have the classic catalog from board to systems. But here we are, the team here in Europe is really committed to innovation, and we are focusing on AI, artificial intelligence, and all the subsegments, and industrial IoT. Today I want to start this presentation from this point of view. The industrial IoT application pattern that we found with our customers is exactly like this, and is not from today. It's something we found 2-3 years ago, and then indeed we started to develop products basing on the concept of edge computing. So basing on the concept that if in the beginning all the functions were supposed to be done into the cloud and the gateway was just forwarding the data, the gateway took more and more importance because many functions have been decentralized down to the gateway. So in our point of view, the gateway must be quite powerful. Again, into the low power area. We are keeping our gateways with Intel quad-core CPUs. So they, let's say, generate 5 to 7 watts power consumption and also down. The key point of the gateways in this kind of application is the fact that the gateway must be able to interface with the existing. Another strong point that we found is the projects that we can monetize today in the industrial IoT are the projects that are involving retrofit, so updating the existing, not about the new machines. So updating the existing means you need to talk with the existing protocols, with the existing devices. You can't discuss a project with the upper management of a company saying them that they have to change completely the machines. Makes no sense. So you need to have an interface, and more than one interface, able to talk with the existing databases like Modbus, Profinet, and also able to upgrade the machines. In this case, today we are talking about LoRaWAN. In the industry, we are starting to, let's say, go ahead with the mass production of projects where we are exactly doing like this. With the gateway, we are talking with the existing through the IP, normally, and we are measuring data in the field with LoRaWAN sensors. Then, for sure, the technology, to be honest, is not the one that is the most important here, because the key point for the customer is I want to move my data from A to B and then do the elaboration at the edge. This is the key point. So LoRa or Bluetooth or any other solution, this depends by the customer. Today we are analyzing this because we found a lot of nice opportunities, and with Microsoft, we basically validated our gateways with the solution they have created. So the gateway, edge computing, able also to host new technologies. With our gateways, we have all of them at our booth in the old one. You will see that we are merging industrial IoT with automation, with artificial intelligence. We can integrate in our gateways by using mini cards, the machine learning functions. So there are video processing units that are running deep convolutional neural network, and through a standard camera, they can recognize situations, communicate back to the gateway, mix the data that are coming from the LoRaWAN sensors, and return down or to customer or up to the cloud a particular situation that you can read using specific algorithm. Then, the trend that we found, the edgification of the industrial IoT. Why? Because talking with customer, we found that they started to implement projects. Then challenges came, like the bandwidth usage, like the latency, that is another big point. Or like I implement everything, I put everything into my cloud, but then if the network is not stable, I have basically lost 90% of the innovation that I'm putting there. So we have been required more and more to provide edge gateways able to run there without any connectivity, with no network, basically. And indeed, the solution that Francisco will show you today is also able to work without the connectivity to the cloud for a while, and then to discuss with the cloud and absolve the specific functions. But the point is, specifically in the predictive maintenance solution, is to have the gateway able to run the process independently from the network. Another important point is the security. And the security is not like I encrypt my data. Everyone is encrypting data. You can put a TPM IC on board and you encrypt your data. The point is, implementing connected devices and connected sensors, you really need to make sure that your data are not going where you don't want they go. And indeed, with customers, solutions that they are implementing with them, using our gateways, is really to isolate the networks or to keep the network offline. I want better to explain this. With a LoRaWAN and with the solution Microsoft developed, we can have all the LoRaWAN stack, gateway that is getting the data from the sensor, network server and application server with Azure IoT Edge in that box there. You don't need anything else. And you can keep the data into an isolated network. Then you can use the second IP, the second gigabit LAN, to transfer the data to the cloud, and you can isolate it. And you can even connect with the existing databases, as I said. Then the other important point is you run more than one instance. You don't run only the LoRa server or the Azure IoT Edge. If you are using specific software or you are developing in specific languages, you don't have to change the way you develop because of the hardware. Our hardware is open. It's x86. You can install Linux, Yocto, Ubuntu, or you can move to Windows or whatever operating system, and you can use the development environments that you were using yesterday, also placing the security updates. Some of the hardware that you see that are populating the gateways are imposing which kind of software you have to use, because they are maybe MCU or ARM-based, and you cannot really port what you are doing. In our case, also co-working with our partner, we can deliver secure solutions where you can really port what you were doing the day before. Indeed, our approach, we are doing hardware, clearly, but our approach is to deliver to our customer the experience. So we don't create ourselves solutions that are not in our core business. We are partnering up by technology and by vertical application with companies that are professionists in that field. Indeed, in example, technology, by technology, today we are talking about a solution based on LoRaWAN. As you know, or you may know, LoRaWAN is a regulated standard by the LoRa Alliance. It's a standard that is a sub-gigahertz, it's a low-power wide area network. In Europe, the specification is saying that we should run it on around the 868 megahertz bandwidth. The bit rate is quite low because we talk about up to 50 kilobits per second. So we are not using it to stream videos. It's really low power. And low power and low battery. This is another important point. Then into the specification, you can check on the LoRa Alliance website. You will see that they will provide by nature the encryption and they will provide the data management. Normally, an application is done like this. You have your sensors that are communicating via the radio with the gateway, and then you have a network server somewhere else, could be mainframe, could be the cloud, and then you have the application server where you are managing the data. What we did since the beginning was, why not using an edge gateway to integrate everything inside one gateway in order to have a private on-premises network. So you don't need the cloud for this. You need the cloud for other functions. But for this, you can run everything in the field, and the network, the LoRa network you're running, can be disconnected because you work there with your sensor and you keep your data safe. So we did this, and I have to say that we got very good feedbacks. We won projects with this, and now we are enabling the same solution with different kind of software stack because everyone is different. Regarding the gateways, these are only the LoRaWAN gateways that are in mass production now. So we don't have 1,000 gateways. We have 3 of them. Super entry level, just with LoRaWAN and gigabit. This one is indoor, again, but with 4G Wi-Fi Bluetooth. When I say 4G Wi-Fi Bluetooth LoRa, we talk about radios. We deliver gateways CE certified. You don't have to assemble the modules to certify. They work out of the box. They are CE certified. You can implement this in the field. And then the other one, where we are running the demo with Microsoft, is IP68 outdoor gateway that is 4G, is able to have LoRa Wi-Fi Bluetooth, and also PoE for the external installations. All of them based on Intel quad-core CPUs. On all of them, you